Perfectionism. It's a word that sounds admirable on the surface, a desire to be better, to strive higher. But beneath that shiny exterior lies a toxic force that infiltrates every corner of our lives. It shows up in our religions, dictating what it means to be holy or worthy. It colors our politics, where flaws are weaponized and vulnerability is seen as a weakness. And in social and family settings, it quietly whispers that who we are isn't enough. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on perfectionism, how it binds us, blinds us, and most importantly, how we can break free. This is Life of Logan. Let's get into it. So let's start with religion. Growing up in church, I heard a lot about being quote unquote Christ-like, about striving to live a life free of sin. That's a beautiful idea in theory. But what happens when the pursuit of holiness turns into shame? How many of us have been crushed under the weight of trying to be good enough for God? We see it in how congregations treat mental health, how depression or doubt can be dismissed as a lack of faith. It's as though there's no room for the messy parts of being human. But isn't that what makes grace what it's supposed to be about? Maybe the real sin is pretending to have it all together instead of admitting we need help. Then there's politics. Think about it. When was the last time a politician admitted that they don't have all the answers? Vulnerability in politics is rare, and perfectionism is a part of the reason. We demand flawless leaders, people who we never have heard misspeak, never change their minds, and never show weakness. But guess what? That's not leadership. It's theater. This obsession with perfection silences the nuance and compromise that the progress demands. It also keeps us divided because it's easier to demonize the other side than to acknowledge that their humanity. Maybe the real question isn't whether our leaders are perfect, but whether we are brave enough to let them be human. And finally, let's bring it home. Literally. Perfectionism thrives in our families and social circles. Maybe you're the one everyone turns to for advice, the rock, the fixer, the superhero. Or maybe you're the one who feels invisible, constantly trying to measure up to someone else's idea of who you should be. I've been there, showing up as the strong one who quietly is falling apart inside. But the truth is, those roles are suffocating. They teach us that love and worth are conditional, that we have to earn them by being perfect. But real connection doesn't come from being flawless. It comes from being authentic and from saying, this is who I am, mess and all. And that's enough. Perfectionism, to be very plain and simple, is a thief. It steals our joy, our authenticity, and our connection. But here's the truth. We don't have to be perfect to be loved, to belong, or to make a difference. Maybe the bravest thing we can do is admit that we're a work in progress. And that's okay. So I want to challenge you this week to notice where perfectionism shows up in your life. Ask yourself a few reflective questions. How has perfectionism in your faith shaped the way that you see yourself? Are you striving for a connection that's authentic or simply checking off a spiritual to-do list? How does your demand for perfection in politics shape your expectations of leadership as a whole? Your ability to engage with differing perspectives as well. Who are you trying to be perfect for? And what would happen if you let people see the real you instead? Call yourself out on it, and then remind yourself that you're already enough, just as you are. This has been Life of Logan. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who may need to hear about it. Make sure you subscribe, like, and let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. Because healing begins when we're honest with ourselves and each other. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, progress beats perfection every time.